Okay, would be the last morning. First of all, just reiterate kind of what I said in the statement that I just made. We're really excited about playing in the Madison Park Air Bowl. It's an honor to be able to be selected and play South Florida in Charlotte. Not have an opportunity to be a part of that bowl, and obviously our team hasn't either, so it's something that we're looking forward to. And playing on a New Year's Eve bowl is a great opportunity for us to continue to try to get better. Gives us really good practice time and a chance to finish the season on a positive note. I know there's great fan support out there, and that's the one thing I would like to say is just like to thank our fans. I mean, I know that there's when it's so competitive and you have a lot of teams that are kind of clumped together from a conference record standpoint, bowls can really select who they want, and we would not be in this bowl game if it wasn't for the passion of our fan base, and I certainly understand that, and our team is awful appreciative of I'm sure the flood of emails that they got and so forth, trying to support Clemson going to this bowl game. I think we got about 12,000 tickets, and I think you can get all those tickets through the ticket office or ClemsonTigers.com, and anticipate having a really good crowd. New Year's Eve, it's a good time, it's a good day, so look forward to seeing all the fans up there in Charlotte. I think it's a good matchup. Obviously don't know a whole lot about South Florida yet, just finding out yesterday that that's who we're going to play, but I know Coach Holtz, and I know he'll have his team ready to play. They're just on the surface looking at them initially. They look kind of similar to us, to be honest with you, as far as strengths and weaknesses of the team. So I think it'll be a really good matchup. And then obviously Florida is a big area for us, and in particular where South Florida is located down there in that Tampa, Fort Myers, St. Pete area. So that's a good matchup from a recruiting standpoint for us as well as far as interest. And so look forward to being in the game. Practice, we'll get started here shortly. This week there will be exams all week long, and we'll be just running and lifting and getting prepared to start practice. We'll bring them back in on Sunday for a team meeting, and then get started practice on Monday, a week from today. So look forward to getting out on the field with the guys and taking advantage of some good practice time. This is a great opportunity for us to get better as a football team this year, finish strong this year, but also a great opportunity to develop some of our future talent that we have here that is going to be a factor for us next year. Injury-wise, we're in pretty good shape. Coming out of our last ball game, Andre Ellington I believe his surgery is scheduled for the 13th. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that and get that process started. Again, the team's in exams this week, and had a team meeting with them the other day. They're excited about playing. Again, excited about trying to finish the season on a positive note. And one of our goals is to win the bowl game. We have not hit many of our goals this year, but we got an opportunity to win the bowl game, and in particular, we have not won back-to-back consecutive ball games at Clemson since 1989 and 90. So that'd be a good way to finish the season and a good way to kick off next year. Excited about going to Charlotte here in just a little bit. I agreed to speak at the Nagurski Award banquet a year ago. It was about this time last year when I agreed to do that, and so it's pretty neat to be able to have one of my players up there as one of the finalists in DeQuan Bauer. So look forward to being a part of that ceremony tonight, and also want to congratulate DeQuan. I was able to travel to Charlotte with him Friday night for the ACC awards banquet, and he, as you all know, received the ACC Defensive Player of the Year award, and very much deserved award on his behalf. I mean, just has had a great year, and this week in particular, he has the opportunity to be the finalist in a few of these awards, and hopefully he'll in the Nagurski finalist pool, and then he travels to Houston for the Lombardi, and then the Bednarik at the ESPN Award show in Orlando on Thursday. So busy week, and hope Daquan wins one of those awards. But anyway, hope all of y'all have had a good little break and ready to get back at it for bowl practice, and whatever questions you got, I'll take them now.
Where does everything stand with Cal Parker?
Well, he's doing good, and he's getting ready to get back to practice and hopefully lead this team to a win. Excited about playing, and he's doing well in school, and getting ready to finish up just like the rest of these seniors are, and hopefully finish up on a positive note.
He will be your starter?
Yes. Yeah. He the bowl game's about trying to win. Best way to prepare for next year is to win this game, and it's about the guy that gives you the best chance to win today, and that has not changed. That's KP, and he's excited about playing. Now Taj will play, and I'm excited about having essentially another spring practice to get Taj more work. I'm really excited about some of the things that I've seen from him, and excited about him being our future. But we're going to do everything we can to win this football game. I've had certain people say, well, you need to just get ready for next year. Well, again, the best way to get ready for next year is to win this game. I'm not going to sit DeAndre McDaniel down and play Jonathan Meeks, or sit Chris Hairston down and play Brandon Thomas. We're going to go try to win the ball game, because that's the most important thing, and that's a goal, and we want to send this football team and these group of seniors out with a win. So we're going to do everything we can to win it.
The incident on the sidelines between you and Kyle was kind of ugly, and obviously, and I'd asked Kyle that day when we talked to him if maybe the relationship needed some repairing as a result of that. Kind of agreed that might be the case.
Well, that's the bad thing about football these days. I mean, far from ugly. I've seen ugly. That was far from ugly. That was actually mild compared to some what I would call ugly, as far as things that can happen during a football game, on a field, in a sideline, in a locker room. It's just nowadays there's a camera everywhere, and that's unfortunate because the game of football is a game of passion and emotion and intensity and adrenaline, all those things. And you take competitive people and you put them in that type of environment, sometimes you have moments, but I would say it was far from ugly. But it was a situation where, it needed to be dealt with, and it was. And, it's over. Had a good conversation. The good thing about it is, that's what's great. That's what I love about my job, is getting to be with young people every day and getting to see them grow and mature. And, disappointment is a part of life. Disappointment's a part of football for all of us, and you have to handle it the right way. And I'm really proud of KP and how he's responded, and how he responded to me personally in a one-on-one meeting, how he responded to me, in a couple other occasions. He's fine. He's done a lot for this university, and he's a young man that I'm very close to, and want nothing but the best for him. But I got discipline with my children too. Sometimes my own children, they get out of line, and it hurts me to do it, but I got discipline. That's part of being a dad, and part of being a leader, part of being a coach is dealing with your players from time to time on things where they maybe make a mistake. It doesn't matter who it is. Just this instance is your quarterback, so there's more talk about it.
It's how he responded to you in the one-on-one meeting, because after the game you said you didn't know who was going to start, or you couldn't say.
I didn't know. I hadn't talked to Kyle. You know, at that time I had not had a conversation with him.
You were just waiting to see how that went?
Yeah, yeah. I need to have a conversation. You know, heck, and make sure that it was going to be handled the right way. You know, this kid's a good player, heck of a player. That hadn't changed. Nothing's changed. And again, it really wasn't anything ugly. I mean, good Lord, you turn on the NFL on Sunday, you can see ugly. You can see a lot of things. I mean, this was just didn't respond the right way, and you know, my decision to say, well, all right, let's think about this a little while. Let's see if we can grow up a little bit and take another step toward you know, manhood. You know, and maybe help down the road a little bit. But you know, and that's exactly what's happened. You know, KP he's a first class person. You know, he's got a wonderful set of parents. I had the opportunity to sit down with his parents as well, and they're just great people. And you know, there's a lot of expectations on this young man, and he's not perfect. None of us are. Again, it's just a camera on him everywhere he goes, and everything is scrutinized. And when you've had a disappointing season, and you're the quarterback or you're the head coach, I mean, that's where it's just, you know, people are going to write about you, talk about you, and look for anything and everything. So that's just the way it is. And but the bottom line is how you respond to that. And he has really he's in fact, I told my wife Monday night, a week ago Monday night. You know, we had already met and talked, and KP sent me a text message, and I said, you know what? I said, it was about midnight. I don't know why he likes to text me at midnight, but anyway, it was. I said, you know what? I said, that's why you do it. That's what it's all about right there. That's why you do what you do. And so, you know, I'm proud of KP and how he's responded. He's excited about the bowl game, and I expect him to play a very, very good game, just like the rest of these guys that are going to be playing in their last game at Clemson.
How do you break up the bowl practice between game prep and development?
We'll have a pretty good mixture. We've already done all the practice schedules, and all that is done. The only thing I have not done is the actual times at the bowl site, because we just got the calendar last night, so I'm not. I got to figure out. We got to work it around the events and all that. So that's the only thing that's not done. But the schedules are done, and had a long staff meeting yesterday and covered a lot of things. That was one of them, but. I think we got a really good mixture. And one of the things you don't want to do is, you know, when you got this amount of time, is you go out there and you kill them on the first day or the second day or the third day. You know, it's a lot of prep time, and so you have to manage the schedule, because you don't want to. The tendency is you got more time, so you're going to do too much. You know, you're going to put more in, and it's the same game, it's the same length of the game, and you got all this time to prepare for one game. So. You have to be smart as far as your game prep time. So we've got a good mixture. We'll have a lot of good on good in our practices. You know, offense versus defense, team pass, skelly, one-on-ones, crossover. You know, we'll do a lot of competitive work, which will be good for both sides. And then and we'll get a lot of people involved in that more than we normally would in a typical game week. And then also. Most of the practices, when the practices are over and the varsity goes to condition, we will have our what we call JV practice. We'll take at least 4 or 5 more periods and just do extensive work with our young players, our red shirts, and really basically treat it like a spring practice. Fundamentals, technique, alignments, assignments, base knowledge of the systems that we have, and so I'm looking forward to getting out there and watching those guys. You know,